What's up, fellow success seekers? So, today I want to dive into a hurdle that hits close to home for many of us on our job hunt journey, just the never ending loop of job applications, only to get hit with rejection email after rejection email in your inbox. And so, if you are feeling the burn, know that you're not alone. It does get better. But I do want to touch on something really quickly. Forbes just dropped some knowledge and some bombs in a recent article revealing that out of every 15 job applications, job seekers typically face a whopping 10 rejections from the companies that they're chasing after. So allow me to paint a bigger picture that might hit home for some of you. So picture this. You're that candidate who puts in the effort, meticulously tailoring your resume, your cover letter for every job posting that even remotely fits the bill. And yet, despite your diligence, the responses you receive are consistently negative or simply just don't swing in your favor. This is, of course, disheartening. So, I say that to say at least that it can really just put a damper on your momentum just moving forward. So let's just crunch some numbers on the job application grid. On average, it takes anywhere from 21 to 80 job applications to snag a single job offer. And get this, your typical corporate job opening attracts 250 applications. But here, there's definitely a glimmer of hope there. Between 1 to 10 job applications often land around 61% of job seekers at least one interview. So now armed with all that insight, let's delve into why you might not be hitting, that success mark in your job search. And hey, my goal here is to equip you with some game-changing tips. I do want to elevate your pursuit of employment to the next level. And I hope you're vibing. So reason number one, lack of tailoring your application. So, first and foremost, let's talk about the importance of tailoring your application. Sending out generic resumes and cover letters might seem like a time saving tactic, but it's definitely a sure way to get lost in the sea of applications. As I said before, there's on average 250 applications. You definitely want yours to stand out amongst the others. So, here is just some key information. Write this down, remember this. When you're out there hunting for what you think is your dream job, or what you of course have imagined as your dream job, it's not just about firing off resumes left and right. You've got to dig deep. You've really got to understand what makes the company tick, their values, their culture, and what they're specifically looking for in a candidate. So here's the deal, just tailoring your resume like it's your own personal marketing campaign. So dive into that, brand it, make sure it reflects you truly, highlight those killer skills and experience that sync up perfectly with what the employer is after. Once you show them that, that'll be a surefire way to get some legwork or some progression, within your search. That, you're not just another face in the crowd or someone who, is not generally excited. You want to show that you're someone who's genuinely excited about the opportunity. But here's where things get really interesting. So you got to speak their language. I'm talking about weaving in those buzzwords, phrases from the job description right onto your resume. This isn't just about catching their eye, it's about making a real connection with the folks in HR or the hiring manager. Plus, it's going to make your experience pop because you're talking their talk, you're vibing with their internal jargon. So let's break it down with an example. Say you're eyeing a project management gig. These job descriptions are going to be throwing around terms like agile, waterfall methodologies, not to mention talk of scrum meetings and specific tools like Power BI, Salesforce. What does that even mean? But you better believe you should be slipping those keywords into your resume. And hey, only if you've got the chops to back it up, of course. It's all about showing that perfect fit, that seamless match between what they're looking for and what you're able to bring to the table. So, trust me, that's definitely a game changer. Tailor your resume. Reason number two, ignoring the power of networking. So, team, let's talk about networking. The secret weapon to many job seekers that's overlooked in their quest for employment is definitely networking. I'm talking to those of you glued to your screens, drowning in online applications. This is time for you to listen up. Some of the juiciest job opportunities aren't just out in the wild, posted on the internet, plastered all over the internet. They're whispered. Sometimes they're really passed along through referrals and connections. So if you're consistently or constantly banging your head against the wall with those online applications, maybe it's time to switch it up a bit. It's time to switch gears and expand your network. Reach out to your old work buddies, your college, kind of your old colleagues, your college pals, old teammates if you were an athlete, anyone in the industry circle you might want to be in, so that you can get the inside scoop, and possibly be considered for some opportunities. I think it's also important to dive headfirst into networking events, or even better, hop into those online communities that speak directly to your field. Because you never know when a random chat or new LinkedIn connection might land you that dream job. So we're not stopping there. Oh no. So let's crank this networking game up to 11. So whip out LinkedIn and start strategically adding recruiters, directors, and yes, CEOs themselves to your network. The reason why? Yeah, the reason why is just because sometimes they'll drop opportunities right into your lap. They'll put their email, they'll describe their needs, specific needs right on LinkedIn, and this will give you a chance to toss your resume right into the ring, of course. And this will also give you another chance to really get right in front of a decision maker and affect their attention or snag their attention. And that's a whole different ball game, my friends. That's going to propel you closer, to those professional dreams that you've been chasing. And here's a pro tip for you. Go shoot a quick message over to that corporate recruiter of your dream company. Ask them for an informational interview or a quick chat to pick their brain. 15 minutes. Just ask them for a quick 15 minutes. Um, and that'll really hold the keys to the castle. You can bet your bottom dollar on it. It's going to be a great investment of time, and that could catapult you into a life of course, financial, success, for you to provide for your family, giving your kids, of course, their needs, the world, whatever you want to do. Of course, if you're paying bills for family members, if you want to go on a trip, whatever, this is going to propel you towards your goals, is just being upfront, of course, being intentional, and of course, being strategic about it. So don't sleep on networking, folks. It's a rocket fuel that'll blast you straight to the stratosphere of success. Reason number 3, neglecting your personal brand. So your personal brand is your secret sauce that sets you apart from the crowd and leaves a lasting impression on employers. It's not just about what you bring to the table in terms of skills and abilities, but how you present yourself and the values you stand for. It's your credibility, your authentic self. It's your I am statement. So let me tell you, those two words hold some serious power. When you declare an I am statement, you're not just talking about yourself, you're shaping your identity, your beliefs, your actions. As a side note, saying an I am statement to yourself before interviews are incredibly, well, I want to say incredibly impactful. For example, I'm confident in my abilities to have a great conversation today about my professional background. You say that to yourself before an interview, you're going to kill it. You're going to kill it. You're going to reflect on yourself, on your past achievements, on your past downfalls as accurately, as positively, and as possible. And you're going to be able to convey it clearly. Clarity is everything. Anyway, I got a bit off track there, but you get what I'm vibing with. Now let's talk a little bit about your online presence. Let's take a good hard look at your LinkedIn profile, your professional website, your social media, so your Instagram, your Facebook, and any other social media accounts that you may have. Do they paint the picture you want potential employers to see? Do they shout, your expertise? Do they express your expertise, shout out your expertise? Is it portraying your passion for your field? Speak Speaking of passion, let's dive into that for a moment. Passion isn't just fleeting feeling, it's a burning desire, to excel and make a real impact in your just chosen field. It's about pushing boundaries, overcoming obstacles, and always striving for success. Invest time in building and nurturing your personal brand. Share your knowledge, engage with industry discussions, and demonstrate your new unique value proposition. When employers come across your name, they're definitely going to see someone who is not just qualified for the job, but who is also a standout candidate, worth considering. So if you've been feeling discouraged by the endless stream of, just rejection emails, I want you to know that there's hope. By taking a close look at your job application strategy, just expanding your network and refining your personal brand, you can turn the tide, of this job seeking journey into a positive one. Thanks for tuning in today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more insightful tips on navigating the job market. I've got some great free downloads for you in the description. Remember, persistence and resilience are key to achieving your career goals. So until next time, keep pushing forward and never lose sight of your potential.